Now joined in studio by Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis. Chief Davis, thanks for being here with us. We just want to pivot from that horrific crash there involving the two young children to talk about another devastating crash that happened in your jurisdiction in Merrifield. 7 teenagers, 6 were seriously hurt. What's the update there? And really, since folks are watching, what do you want to tell young people as they're driving, especially around the holiday season?
It seems like, Delia, we have this conversation every year around this time. And I know exactly where that crash occurred in Prince George's County. I know that well. But the one that occurred in Fairfax in the Merrifield community was at 5 o'clock in the morning. We typically don't see these types of crashes either that late at night or early in the morning, depending on your perspective. A driver, 6 passengers. 5 of the occupants of the car were literally ejected from the car. At least a couple are literally still fighting for their lives. Alcohol, speed, both sadly factors in this crash.
I know charges have not yet been filed. Do we know anything more about the investigation, where these young people were coming from, where they may have got access to that alcohol?
Yeah, I don't know yet where they had access or where they got access to that alcohol. That's certainly a question on the minds of parents and school administrators and quite frankly the entire community. But as this investigation moves forward, undoubtedly criminal charges are coming.
Yeah, and we're hoping for the best for
we're
all
hoping
of
for
those
the best.
kids.
You know, the whole community is praying and thinking about these kids. And it's just every parent's worst nightmare.
It is. And what's your advice for the parents who are watching the news this noontime?
Yeah, you know, as a parent, my kids are kind of out of the woods. They're all in their 20s now, so you figure you get through some of those tough years where you worry about where they are and who they're with. And if your own child is not necessarily prone to driving impaired, maybe their friends are. So, you know, I always ask questions as a parent, and I'm sure many parents do, about who else is going to be with you, who's driving, who else is in the car. I don't think as a parent you can ever ask enough questions. And I think parents just need to have a keen awareness about where their kids are, because this crash, like I said, was 5 o'clock in the morning. So that's one of the things I think parents should continue to be vigilant about. Yeah,
we need to know where our kids are and have constant lines of communication with them. I want to talk about another young person who is missing and classified as endangered at this point. He is 18-year-old Amadou Nico Diop. He went missing Sunday from last seen at his home in Great Falls. Any update there?
So Amadou has been missing before, and we sent out our entire search and rescue team this time, as we have in the past, to find him. He suffered from a traumatic brain injury relatively recently, so his family's very worried about him. We're worried about him. The community is. So our search and rescue team is the best I've ever seen. So there's no doubt in my mind that we'll hopefully have some news about his whereabouts today.
Yeah, let's hope so. And we will stay in touch with you about that. Let's wrap up with talking about Cyber Monday. Folks, probably at work, will be checking online deals. What are some of your tips? I know that you just issued some safety tips for consumers.
So I think, Delia, a couple things on Cyber Monday. If you're on a website, make sure it's a secure website. If the website you're on seems to take you to another website, be really leery about that and get out of it. Just be suspicious, because you know we've had a long holiday weekend, and Thanksgiving is not just Thanksgiving anymore. It's Blackout Wednesday, it's Thanksgiving, it's Black Friday, it's Cyber Monday. On Black Friday alone at Tyson's, which seems to be the National Capital Region's mall, and we're really proud of that, we had 185,000 people on Black Friday come through Tyson's. And if you think about that number, and I know there's a lot of Hokies fans who watch the show, it's 3 times the size of Lane Stadium. Came through Tyson's on Black Friday alone, and you know, we were really happy we could keep it safe for everyone. There were a few things going on with a protest and with a car show, but all in all, it was a very safe weekend.
So we want to keep folks safe, shopping in person or online. Chief Davis, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Delia.
Take care heading back home.